Do you struggle with aiming? Does CSGO not feel right for you? Maybe you can't seem to kill anyone, but people always kill you before you even get a chance to react. Well, no worries, I might have a solution for you. Check out this article on CL Interp. This might just be the thing that is holding you and your shots registering back. Now, one of the worst things in CSGO that people struggle with is resolution and stuttering. You should always try and choose a native resolution, but if you're a stretched res enjoyer, you can also try some of the resolutions that professionals use, but keep in mind that some of these resolutions are a little bit more stuttery, at least in my experience. Now for global shadow quality, you might want to set this to very low or medium for the best performance. You can also set it to high for slight visual advantage. Model texture detail, you want to set this to either medium or low for best performance. Texture streaming. Now you should only use this if you have a video card that has less than 2 GB of VRAM. Otherwise, you should always disable this. Next up, effect and shader detail. Now you can either set it to low or high. Both has its advantages and disadvantages. Now note that if you set one to low and the other to medium, these will not work. These only work as low, low, or high, high, and high, high, very high. Now, as you can see, if you have shader detail set to very high, there will be additional props around the maps. Now, if you set this back to high, these props will disappear. So it really depends on personal preference if you want the maps to have more detail to them or if you want to have a cleaner looking game. Next, I want you to download the config generator v3 workshop map and then load into it. Here you want to save your config, and now you want to enable jump on scroll wheel and also select a clear decals hotkey. Now this will help you remove blood from the map. This will help you with smoke spam and just removing annoying blood. Another way to boost FPS on a lower end system is to disable trails or tracers. As you can see with the FPS boost here, I've disabled tracers. Now this might make it hard spraying with SMGs, or if you like seeing your tracers, you can just have it as default and leave it on. Now this is a trick that Monisy showed as well, where you can increase your FPS by a little bit, but I personally like having tracers on. Moving on to power plan. Now, a lot of people on YouTube tell you to absolutely use high performance. Now, this is completely unnecessary and you will not see almost any performance gains from this power plan. I will leave benchmark up on the video, and I'll also leave a link to a video where you can actually see real-time benchmarks and a huge, very detailed explanation to what these power plans do by some professionals. Now you just want to copy what I did in this video here. Now the only thing that high performance does compared to power plan, as you can see, is it makes your CPU boost to its highest clocks whenever possible. That means when you're sitting on desktop doing nothing, your CPU is being forced to boost to highest clocks. Now this causes unnecessary heat and it just consumes energy. Now if you right click on your desktop and go to NVIDIA control panel, now, again, a lot of people here recommend high performance as well. Now, the same thing as the power plan, the only thing it does is it boosts your GPU clocks to its maximum. Now, again, you might find some stability if while in CSGO, a very CPU heavy game, your GPU doesn't really quite boost to its higher clocks. This may increase your FPS stability, but it just introduces, again, unnecessary heat, unnecessary power draw. Now, the best thing to do here is go into the manage 3D individual settings for CSGO and then change it there. So it's only going to apply once you have CSGO open, and it's not going to waste and boost your GPU once you're on the desktop. Now, one more thing you might want to check is adjust desktop size and position. Now here, if your game is not stretched, you want to select that to full screen, and you might want to try these different scaling modes. Now, sometimes this can actually fix stuttering, and sometimes if your custom resolution doesn't save, actually forcing GPU scaling might fix your issue. Another thing you might want to experiment is enabling MSI mode on your GPU. Now, for some people, this fixed stuttering and has like decreased input lag, maybe increased some FPS. Now, this only works on some GPUs. Now, you can just download the MSI utility tool, and you have to, of course, run it as admin. Now, you can check with this if your GPU has it enabled. If not, you just click it enable and then set it to high. Now, I'll leave a link down in the description if you want to read up on how it works and what it exactly does. Now, this is it for my tutorial. After you apply, you just restart. Now, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and see you next time.